red stains on the reinforced knuckle gloves worn by Const. Montsion on the day of the fatal arrest of Abdirahman Abdi were shown in court Monday as the Ottawa police officers' manslaughter and assault trial resumed. After adjourning for nearly 2 weeks on the trial's third day to deal with issues surrounding the late disclosure of video evidence, proceedings picked up Monday where they left off, with the Crown's first witness, Special Investigations Unit investigator David Robinson. Prosecutors spent the day discussing the physical evidence Robinson collected, including the reinforced knuckle gloves, which the Crown said were neither issued nor sanctioned by Ottawa police, and poring over dozens of crime scene photographs Robinson took at the site of Abdi's fatal arrest, outside his home at 55 Hilda Street. Abdirahman Abdi, shown here in a family handout photo, the Canadian press, and while the trial's early days were dominated by bombshell allegations surrounding the CCTV surveillance video that captures the incident, and which has not yet been aired publicly, the only video clips shown in court Monday were brief panning shots of the crime scene documented by Robinson as he arrived hours later. Abdi, a 37-year-old Somali-Canadian man, lost vital signs during the July 24, 2016 arrest and was pronounced dead in hospital the following day. Montsion has pleaded not guilty to charges of manslaughter, aggravated assault and assault with a weapon. Crown Attorney Philip Perlmutter started the day with Robinson showing the court the Oakley brand assault gloves worn by Montsion that day, and pointing to what the investigator called traces of red material on the reinforced knuckle. Const. Montsion evidence photos collected by Sioux investigators at the scene. OTTWP. The Crown then showed court a string of photos of the apartment doorway, the interlocking brick landing and a storm drain grate, stained red with Abdi's blood. Defense lawyer Michael Edelson objected each time Robinson referred to the markings as blood stains, noting that opinion would be tendered by a qualified expert later in the trial. Robinson instead pointed out the red staining on the ground and the flecks of red he found on the doorway, door frame and exterior window. Edelson made a similar objection back on the trial's first day when Robinson had been describing the various bloodstain patterns he observed at the scene, from a pooling pattern to it flowing pattern to impact spatter. Justice Robert Kelly, noting the defense objection came minutes into the first witness, agreed with the defense and said that, too, should be left to an expert opinion. Some of Robinson's photos, the Crown noted, were used in a report prepared by a blood spatter expert, who is expected to testify later at trial. The Hilda Street scene was shown strewn with discarded gauze and adhesives left by first responders. In court was also shown a service belt worn by both Montsion and fellow constable, Dave Weir, who had responded to an earlier incident involving Abdi and was trying to get him to comply with his orders. Both officers were equipped with handcuffs, an extendable baton, known as an asp, and pepper spray in their duty belts. Robinson also showed court the reddish-brown spots found on the uniforms of both officers and the staining on the soles of their boots. Robinson told court he met with forensic pathologist Dr. Christopher Milroy during the autopsy he performed on Abdi at the Ottawa hospital. Robinson told court he was given a sample of a red stain on a card for the purposes of DNA analysis, he said, which he then delivered to the Center for Forensic Sciences along with 2 samples taken from the scene. Court was also shown a 30-pound rubber weight used in road construction to fasten temporary road signs. It was seen in the crime scene photos lying on the sidewalk meters from the scene of the arrest, and Robinson testified he was sent back to Hilda Street later that evening to take photos of the rubber weight after learning it was significant to the investigation. Its significance has not yet been made clear to the court. The trial continues. Helmer at postmedia.com, twitter.com/Helmer. Also in the news, the Havana Syndrome, why Canadian diplomats have accused their government of abandoning Femme Chateau Laurier design adds stony pavilions at northern corners of addition unprecedented lack of drivers forces temporary loss of Ottawa school bus routes.